Good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. We start with a story from Haiti. The big fishes who masterminded the assassination of Haiti's president, Jovenel Moïse, remain at large. A senior government minister has admitted as the Caribbean country unveiled a new prime minister in a bid to defuse a struggle for power. Police have named two Haitian citizens as key suspects in the murder: a Florida-based pastor called Christian Emmanuel Sanon and the former intelligence officer Joseph Felix Badio. On Friday, Colombia's police chief, Jean Jorge Luis Vargas, claimed Badio might have given the order for two retired Colombian soldiers to assassinate Moïse in the early hours of July 7 for reasons that remain obscure. Sanon was arrested in Haiti last week and Badio's whereabouts are unknown. Haiti's elections minister, Mathias Pierre, said he doubted Sanon and Badio were the main architects of a brazen crime some fear could plunge the Caribbean country into a new chapter of volatility. Moïse is due to be buried on Friday in the northern city of Cap-Haïtien. His wife, who was wounded in the attack on their home, returned to Haiti last Saturday after being rushed to the U.S. for emergency treatment following the killing. Peru's electoral authority on Monday named Socialist Pedro Castillo as the country's next president, having officially won the June 6 runoff against right-wing candidate Keiko Fujimori, who accepted the result but said she had been cheated. The Organization of American States, the European Union, and Britain have all said the election was clean. The U.S. Embassy in Lima sent a tweet welcoming the announcement. Castillo, in his first comments as president-elect, called for national unity. I quote, "I ask for effort and sacrifice in the struggle to make this a just and sovereign country," end of quote, he said. A 51-year-old former school teacher and the son of peasant farmers, Castillo has pledged to redraft the constitution and hike taxes on mining firms. Peru is the world's second-largest copper-producing nation. Castillo said on Monday that he would work toward economic stability. The United States has blocked former Honduran President Porfirio Lobo Sosa and his immediate family from travel to the U.S., alleging that he accepted bribes from drug traffickers, the U.S. State Department announced on Tuesday. The designations under U.S. law apply to former Honduras First Lady Rosa Elena Bonilla, who the U.S. alleges misused public funds for personal benefit, as well as to their children. The State Department action announced on Tuesday is an indicator of the systematic corruption in Honduras from drug trafficking and illustrates the obstacles the Biden administration faces in addressing the root causes of migration from Central America. And finally, the British government has sought to quash a bid by the Nicolas Maduro-backed Venezuelan central bank to repatriate nearly $1 billion of its gold stored in London by reasserting its backing of opposition leader Juan Guaido. In an unequivocal statement, the United Kingdom's government said it is, I quote, "clear that Guaido has been recognized by Her Majesty's government since February 2019 as the only legitimate president of Venezuela," end of quote. Maduro has demanded access to the gold to help the cash-starved nation fight the coronavirus pandemic. Lawyers representing him have argued that he is still president of Venezuela and that the UK has recognized this by continuing diplomatic relations with his government. Guaido, who was the leader of Venezuela's National Assembly before challenging Maduro's claim to presidency in 2018 amid claims of election fraud, has sought to preserve the gold stashed at the Bank of England to keep it out of the hands of the Maduro government. That was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining.